Hi everyone, you reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with a video on Rosalie Rock, Chris Rock's mother. Slowly, but surely, we're hearing from more family members of the Rock family. All of us are waiting to hear from Chris Rock himself, but I heard sprinklings in the air that he said he will not talk unless someone pays him to do the interview. And listen, I'm not mad at him. But let's talk about Rosalie Rock. They call her Rose Rock. She finally spoke out. I believe she lives in South Carolina because she spoke to a local station there. She kept it sweet. She kept it simple. She pretty much said, when Will Smith smacked my son, he hurt me. And I get that, right? Any parent would. No matter if you're 100 and your child is 60 or whatever the case may be, once you're a parent, you're always a parent until the moment you leave this earth. You are concerned about your children and their well-being, and if they are hurt, you are hurt. So she's pretty much said, listen, he hurt everybody when he did this, and I'm paraphrasing, guys, because the moment he slapped Chris Rock, every award that people won after that moment, no one remembers it because all they remember is the slap. And everybody that night after the slap, they was trying to process what really happened. Many thought initially, as did myself, that it was a joke. It was a skit. Even Rose Rock believed the same thing as she was watching her son perform, and she watched the slap along with millions. She thought it was a joke. She only realized it was not when Will Smith sat back in his seat and was cursing her son out. She also said, like, what was Will Smith thinking? Because your wife gave you the side eye, you go up there and slap my son. And she also claimed, I have not seen any videos as such, but if Rose Rock said it happened, then I guess it happened, right? She also claimed that when Will Smith sat back in his seat, or when it happened, that Jada Pinkett Smith was barrel up over. She said mowed over laughing. I don't know. But either way, we're not going to go back and re-debate those particular parts of the situation. The fact remains that Will Smith was dead wrong. He went up and slapped another man, and that Chris Rock, Rose Rock's son, handled it with grace, handled it well. And she also praised her son in this interview for the way that he handled the situation. She said that it could have went so many different ways. Her son could have fell back, bumped his head. Her son could have retaliated. But not only that, she said that Will Smith could have been drug out of there in handcuffs. So pretty much, and I'm paraphrasing, guys, Will Smith is fortunate in more ways than one. And she also is very proud of the way her son handled the situation. Now, like many others, she also felt that Will Smith's apology was half-hearted. She felt like his people wrote it and posted it on his Instagram. She felt that her son could have got a phone call. And many people feel like the slap was public, the apology should have been public. I feel this way. No matter which way Will Smith would have given that apology, I think people would have found a way to discredit it and rip it to shreds. Do I think that Will Smith should personally, at some point, call with Chris Rock himself and say, look, I'm sorry? Yes, I do. But unfortunately, that's not where we're at right now. I do think in terms of the aftermath, all parties involved are doing something that's for the greater good of the whole world. Maybe some people don't think it's the greater good individually, but I think as a world standpoint, they're doing things for the greater good. Chris Rock greater good is he's not letting this thing live. He's not letting this thing take legs because he's not continuing to talk about it. Will Smith greater good was he left the country. He's in India, Dubai, and wherever else he's traveling to right now. So that way, Every time he walks out of his house or goes to get a coffee or whatever, paparazzi is not there and making it seem like he's trying to live his best life after this slap. So to wrap this thing up, what do I want to say? I want to say this, that I appreciate Chris Rock, mother, Rose Rock, speaking out and letting us hear her voice. I get it. And she said if she had the opportunity to speak to Will Smith, she would say to him, what were you thinking? And we all kind of want to know the same thing. And whether or not you think that Jada Pinkett Smith gave him the side eye and that was his cue to go up there and slap Chris Rock, it still is a what were you thinking moment. I don't care if it's your wife, your sister, your cousin, your mother. You are in a professional setting at an award show, and I don't care who gives you the side eye if that is what happened. That still doesn't give you a right to get up out of your seat and put your hands on someone else. But anyway, Rose Rock said that's what she would have asked Will Smith. How do I think we need to resolve this? How do I think we need to move on from this? And how do I think it could be a lesson in healing for all of us out there in the world? I think one, whoever does an interview, and it seems like right at this moment, Gayle King is our go-to for doing interviews with different people. So Gayle King should do the interview, and she should have 4 people at this interview. First, interview them all separately, and then interview two together, and then all 4 together. And who are these 4 people? She should interview Chris Rock. Let us hear Chris Rock's perspective of the whole situation. Then she should interview Will Smith. Let us hear Will Smith, process on this whole situation. Then she should interview Chris Rock and his mother, Rose Rock, together, and let them talk about how they feel about, being mother and son and your child being slapped in front of millions. And then talk to Will Smith and his mother, and see how they feel as the person who created this whole storm. And, how do they feel and what do they think can be the resolution, right? And then you bring Chris Rock and Will Smith together and let them talk and say, can we be friends after that? Then you bring all 4 of them together and let's have all 4 of them and have some commentary and some talking between all 4. And I think the world really needs to see that, to get, the Rock's perspective on it, get the Smith's perspective on it, and then come together. And the only reason why I want to leave Jada Pinkett Smith out of this interview is because so many people, they're minimizing the power a person has over their own state of mind and well-being. They're saying simply because she gave him the side eye, he got up there and he lost his mind and slapped Chris Rock. And I don't want the conversation to get distracted by that piece of it. I want just those 4 parties to be in a conversation and see if we could come to some resolution. Listen, at the end of the day, I wish all parties involved nothing but the best. And if, I have a son, and I will say this, I commend Chris Rock. And for the most part, I would really say that if my son was ever in a similar situation, I would want him to handle it the same exact way. At the end of the day, in my mind, Chris Rock is winning. He did the Michelle Obama. When they go low, he went high. And even to this moment, you cannot get him to say anything bad against Will Smith. Even at one of his shows, people were trying to say stuff about Will Smith, what could have incited the crowd and again made this bad thing go even worse. He got that person kicked out of his show and let everybody know, we're not doing this. We're not having this discussion. We're not going to make matters worse. And that is why I truly, truly, truly take my hat off, give the final bow to Chris Rock. He is definitely, in this particular situation, the MVP, the most valuable player, because he handled and is handling this situation with grace. We have to wait to see, how it finally resolves itself, because there are sprinklings about lawsuits and all different things in the air. I just hope that it doesn't have to go this route. I'm really hoping for the best. And there's also sprinklings in the air that the Smiths are getting a divorce. I don't want to see that either, but if they're toxic together, then I guess divorce is the answer. Listen, guys, thanks for watching. Chat with me in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about, Miss Rock, Chris Rock's mother, speaking out. How do you feel? Chat with me, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see y'all in the next video.